But first, early caucus voting is over now in Nevada, but the candidates, they are still working to try and sway voters. Good evening, everyone. I'm Todd Quinones.
And I'm Trisha Keene. 6 Democratic candidates are getting ready to face off at the Paris Hotel. And President Donald Trump flying from Las Vegas to Bakersfield, California, and now to Phoenix, Arizona.
And caucus volunteers in Nevada, they can concentrate on training for the big day on Saturday. And 13 Action News reporter Jeremy Chen is live to tell you what is next in the run-up to the caucus. Jeremy.
Well, Trisha, Todd, as far as the early voting, that's all going to be counted on caucus day with some of the process happening at the Rio right behind me. And as far as the turnout for early voting, it's an encouraging sign for Democrats. The long lines at early voting sites, a sign of a big turnout for Nevada Democrats.
I'm glad that a lot of people early voted. I've been saying in the media that early voting is your best option.
An option that was taken by more than 70,000 people, with more than 33,000 of them making their choice on the last day of early voting. Compare that to an estimated 84,000 total voters in 2016 for the entire Democratic caucus.
I really want every Nevada Dem to share their votes.
Caucus site leader Seth Morrison is encouraged by the turnout. He says the training continues, including how to use the caucus calculator.
We saw the caucus calculator in operation and had a chance to enter sample data and see how it would work.
He has no idea what turnout might be like on caucus day, but he's telling voters to be patient and to prepare beforehand.
Read up on the process or watch a video on the process so that you'll be prepared and engaged.
Now, as far as the top Democratic contenders, they are indeed debating, as mentioned before. And again, the caucus is going to be happening in a few days on Saturday. And coming up at 6, we'll dive deeper into what this caucus calculator works. Jeremy Chen, 13 Action News.
Jeremy, thank you. And President Donald Trump flew from Las Vegas to Bakersfield, California today. He met with House Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy, who represents that area, and the two hosted a forum with local farmers to discuss efforts to improve water supply in Central California.
Going forward, we'll use the latest science and most advanced technology to monitor and adjust water distribution in real time, ensuring that the environment remains protected while directing as much water as possible.
And the president is going to Phoenix next for a campaign rally. Then he'll come back to Las Vegas tonight. He is going to the Hope for Prisoners graduation tomorrow and will host a Keep America Great rally on Friday at the Las Vegas Convention Center. We have a full list of candidates' events that are happening around town on our website. Just go to ktnv.com.
But right now, after a data breach at MGM Resorts, more than 10 million people's personal information could all be in the hands of hackers.
13 Action News reporter Austin Carter joins us live in Austin. MGM Resorts tells you this happened over the summer.
Yeah, Trisha, it did, but it all came to the light now because of a recent article posted on ZDNet. They are a popular technology website, and they claim that more than 10 million people who had stayed at MGM Resorts had their personal information posted on a hacking forum. So we asked MGM Resorts about all of this, and while they couldn't confirm exact numbers, a spokesperson says they discovered unauthorized access to a cloud server that contained a limited amount of information of certain previous guests. MGM making it clear that they are confident that no financial, payment card, or password data was compromised. MGM Resorts also said they quickly notified guests potentially impacted by this incident, and that's in accordance with state laws. And in a statement we were given minutes ago from MGM Resorts, it reads in part, "We take our responsibility to protect guest data very seriously, and we have strengthened and enhanced the security of our network to prevent this from happening again." Now, back out here live, any of the guests who had their information compromised, they are being offered credit monitoring at no charge. Reporting live, I'm Austin Carter, 13 Action News.
All right, Austin, thank you. Some new developments now. Police say that they have arrested this woman in connection to a fire that happened at the Excalibur. Well, investigators say that 28-year-old Avion Lee is an employee at the hotel and that she made up a story that she was sexually assaulted and left in a burning room by an unknown suspect. Well, police say her motive was money. Right now, she's facing several charges. Also happening right now, police are investigating a crash near Boulder Highway in Russell involving a vehicle, a motorcycle, and a person who was walking. Well, police say that 2 people were taken to Sunrise Hospital. One is in critical condition. The other has minor injuries. A northbound Boulder Highway is closed at Russell.
An update tonight on the mother who pleaded guilty to killing her 3-year-old son. Casey Smith has been sentenced. Smith was sentenced to 10 to 25 years for second-degree murder and 4 to 20 years for child abuse. She will serve the sentences consecutively. Back in September of 2018, Smith reported her son, Daniel Theriot, went missing at Sunset Park. His body was found a day later in the desert near Lake Mead. Her boyfriend, Joshua Oxford, has already been sentenced.
The Station Casinos has now responded to the culinary union after hundreds showed up at the Palms today demanding a new contract.
What do we want? Contract! When do we want it? Now!
Well, a majority of the Democratic presidential candidates in tonight's debate also showed up to that protest. Now, the union says that it wants candidates to address 3 things during the debate. First, better pay for culinary workers, for the government to provide health care to those who do not have it, and also, finally, how will they address the immigration crisis in the U.S.? The Culinary Union is not endorsing any presidential candidate, but Station Casinos issued a statement today saying that it is launching an enhanced benefits program, which will include free health care and paid retirement. No official response yet from the union. Well, nearly a month after a deadly wrong-way crash at the airport connector, NHP has released a picture of the suspect. Sierra Brar is accused of driving under the influence and causing a crash that killed 45-year-old Christopher Garcia. According to an arrest report, Brar told an officer, quote, "I was drinking, I was drunk, and I think I hit someone." She needed surgery for her injuries.
New information on a shooting involving officers over the weekend. Police saying they were responding to a man who was screaming, saying he wanted to kill people. This happened Sunday at a home near Valley View and Cactus. Officers got a call from a person inside that home. They say the gunman, Corey Iturrabia, threatened to kill his mom, stepdad, and officers.
Come out with your hands up. Let me see your hands. Let me see your hands.
Well, when police arrived, his stepdad walked out of the home saying his wife was still inside. The gunman walked outside and raised a shotgun and pistol at police. An officer fired 5 rounds at the gunman. He's still in the hospital recovering. Well, hat-wearing pigeons have been spotted again in Las Vegas, and this time a group is using them to make a political statement. These pigeons are wearing Make America Great Again, or MAGA hats, and they were released by a self-proclaimed underground radical group named Pigeons United to interfere now. Putin, for short, or P-U-T-I-N, the founder of the group, says the release was done as a protest to the Democratic debate.
Well, there is another new Golden Knight. The team has acquired defenseman Alex Martinez from the LA Kings in exchange for a second-round draft pick this year and then another second-round draft pick next year. Well, Martinez has played nearly 600 games in 11 seasons, all with the Kings. Well, Golden Knights GM Kelly McCrimmon says that the team wanted to add a defenseman of his caliber.
Allegiant Stadium is coming along, and construction workers were seen working on the roof today. Chopper 13 flew above the stadium this morning, and you can see blue netting protecting workers as they work on sections of the roof. It's flexible, and they were seen holding onto ropes as they walked back to a more stable area of the roof there, and some were seen attached to harnesses.
Yeah, and how's this for good news? NASCAR driver Ryan Newman has been released from the hospital. He, of course, was injured in that fiery crash during the Daytona 500 on Monday. The 42-year-old's racing team posting a statement along with a video of Newman holding his daughter's hands as he left the hospital. When Newman had taken the lead there in the final lap of the race before that fiery crash.
Well, now to the latest on the coronavirus emergency. We are learning of another American sickened. ABC's Marcy Gonzalez explains there are more than 2,000 deaths connected to the virus.
Well, we apologize for our audio issues. Hopefully we'll bring that to you later on air or online. Well, right now the military is changing its policies surrounding tattoos to try to attract more recruits. Well, the U.S. Coast Guard recently eased its tattoo policy. Recruits and service members can now have tattoos on the back of their hands that are no longer than an inch. They could also now have a tattoo on one finger on each hand, excluding their thumbs. And they could also have chest tattoos that can't be seen above a crew neck t-shirt.
We're doing this to increase the amount of qualified individuals that we can recruit into the Coast Guard. So at the end of the day, what it means for the people is that we have the best people out there doing the jobs that they are paying us to do.
Well, the Army, Navy, and Marines all have slightly changed their policies over the past couple years as well.
At least 10 Hyundais suddenly catch fire. Why it took so long for the car company to recall more than 400,000 cars.
Plus, Uber is taking more steps to try to protect you during a ride.
And getting a doctor's visit at the barbershop.